this is Ashwini. This is the second video of storage playlist uh, in Kubernetes, and today's video is about shared volume. Shared volume, how do we share volume between two containers, and in this case same pod on Kubernetes, and we'll understand this by solving this question. Let's understand this question. For this question, please set this context. An existing Nginx pod, my pod CKA, and persistent volume claim named my PVC CKA are available. Your task is to implement the following modifications. PVC to PV binding and my pod CKA pods sometimes takes around 2 minutes to be up and running, so please wait. Update the pod to include a sidecar container that uses the busybox image. Ensure that this sidecar container remains operational by including an appropriate command tail-f dev null. Share the shared storage volume. This is the name of the shared storage between the main application, which is the container in the pod, and the sidecar container that we are going to create, mounting it at the path var www shared. Additionally, ensure that the sidecar container has read-only access to this shared volume. Okay, let's try to understand what are the existing resources. List the persistent volume claim and persistent volume. So we've got my PVC CKA persistent volume claim and the persistent volume here. They are of the same capacity, access modes, and they are bound. Now let's try to get pods. My pod CKA. Let's try to describe that pod. So we've got one Nginx container, and we've got a volume. It's the shared storage volume, and this is mounted at var www html, and this is the shared storage volume. Now let's try to update the pod. Let's create the new sidecar container. This is the busybox image. Always try to copy paste the values that are given in the question so that we don't make any mistakes. And this is important. The name of the volume is important here, the shared volume, because that is what is used here to reference the volume. And the mount path for the sidecar container is at a different path, which is var www.shared. Not sure. I know I'm typing now, but please don't do that. Just copy paste the values. And it is read only is set to true. Okay, there is something else. We need to include a command for it, and that should be tail-f dev null. Now this is a shell command, so I'll search create pod command. I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, so this is how you run a command in shell. You see here. It's command docs. Okay. Okay, we have created a copy of our changes. We'll try to replace the pod with the manifest that we have created and force it. That will delete the pod and create a new pod. And if you describe the pod now, we should have a we have a sidecar container and it is executing this command and it is mounting the shared storage volume at var www share and it is read only. That is it. This is how you will share a volume between two containers in a pod using the volume mounts, and that is using a persistent volume claim and a persistent volume. That's it. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.